Hello, gentlemen, and welcome to the Men Save Your Marriage show. My name is Terry. I'm your host. I did an autopsy on my failed marriage, and now I use the lessons that I learned to coach other men on how to save their marriage before it fails. I'm going to share with you the things I wish someone would have shared with me before my marriage failed. Are you ready? Let's get started. Hello, gentlemen, and welcome back in. This is episode 38 of the Men Save Your Marriage podcast, and today we are going to continue in the series that we have been discussing, and we are going to continue today talking about playfulness and laughter and how fun rekindles connection. So welcome back. This is the Save Your Marriage podcast. I am Terry. This is episode 38. And today we're digging into something most men completely forget when their marriage starts to unravel. We are talking about fun. All right, you just heard the bell. That means it's time to climb into the ring. It's you and I together in the ring fighting, not each other. We are fighting to save your marriage. And today we are going to win that fight with fun. So if you're ready, let's jump into all this good stuff. That's right, I said fun, playfulness, laughter, and lighthearted moments. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Terry, my marriage is in crisis. We're sleeping in separate rooms. We barely talk. I don't have time for jokes. And I get it. When the house is burning down, you're not exactly reaching for the marshmallows, are you? Of course not. But hear me out. Fun is not the opposite of seriousness. It's the antidote to despair. I need to say that one again. Fun is not the opposite of seriousness. It is the antidote to despair. Because when all the joy dies, the marriage follows. When everything becomes serious and strained and heavy, she stops feeling safe. She stops leaning in. She stops trusting that the warmth is coming back. And you? Well, you start becoming more of a project manager than a partner. So let me ask you something. How did you two fall in love? You didn't fall in love through lectures and spreadsheets. No, you fell in love laughing at each other's jokes, being ridiculous in the kitchen, making dumb inside jokes on road trips, tossing popcorn in each other's mouths from across the sofa, right? That's silliness. That's shared delight. It's not childish. It's essential. Right now, your marriage might feel like a boardroom at a bankrupt company. All pressure, all performance, and no life in it at all. Today, we're going to take a sledgehammer to that heaviness. I'm going to show you how to reintroduce fun, why laughter matters more than you realize or think it does, and how to rebuild a playful, lighthearted connection, even when things feel tense. So, let's go. You ready? Point number one, as always, 3 points. Here's number one. Playfulness is a bridge to emotional safety. If your marriage is filled with tension, walking on eggshells, or cold distance, your wife isn't thinking about sex or romance. She's thinking about survival. And survival mode kills connection. When a woman is in fight or flight, her body tightens, her heart closes, her mind gets locked into a defensive mode. You cannot logic her out of that. You can't argue your way back in, and you can't fix your way into her heart. But do you know what cuts through emotional tension like a hot knife? Laughter. A shared laugh is like an unexpected hand reaching through the fog, and it says, I remember who we are underneath the stress. You're still the person I enjoy being around. There's still something here worth smiling about. All of that comes from laughter. And even in the middle of a tough season, even after painful conversations and long silences, laughter is a tiny explosion of hope. Why? Because it creates emotional safety. You see, playfulness says we can breathe here. And when she can breathe, she can trust again. When she trusts, she softens. And when she softens, connection becomes possible. I'm not telling you to be a clown. I'm telling you to be human again. Stop being the overly serious, always strategizing, fix-it husband, and be the man who can carry the weight and crack a smile. Your strength isn't diminished by your joy. It's proven by it. You see, the ability to bring laughter into a heavy room shows you're not controlled by the chaos. You set the emotional tone. Just make it warmer. All right, here's your first action step this week. Go back to one of your old jokes, something only the two of you would understand. Drop it in a text, say it at dinner, see if you can get a smirk. You're not trying to win here, you're just trying to reach her. All right, on to point number 2. Fun isn't a luxury. It's survival fuel for your marriage. Now let me be blunt. Fun is not optional. It's not something you do when the real work is done. It is the real work. If the only conversations you're having are about bills, parenting, logistics, schedules, and what's wrong in the relationship, then you're creating an emotional desert. And people don't thrive in deserts. They don't even grow. They shrivel. You want life back in your marriage? You better water it with joy. Fun is that water. Now, you've probably been stuck in performance mode for a while now, trying to fix, solve, rescue, and all that's honorable. It really is. But sometimes your wife just wants to feel light again, to feel seen outside of her role as mother, or employee, or household manager. Fun brings all of that back. So start small. Little things like tease her like you used to when you were dating. Not cruel jabs, just playful jokes. Dance with her in the kitchen when she's not expecting it. 2 minutes, no agenda. Send her a dumb meme you know will make her laugh. No explanation needed. Watch a comedy tonight or this weekend instead of another tense thriller. Make her laugh at your expense on purpose. I mean, humility is completely disarming, right? Plan a spontaneous mini date, ice cream at 9 p.m. or breakfast for dinner with music playing. These are not distractions from work. They are the work. You're reconditioning her nervous system to associate you with peace and play again. You're not waiting for fun to show up. You create it. And here's a tip. Don't overthink it. Fun doesn't have to be some Pinterest-worthy adventure. It might just be letting her win at Uno or watching cat videos together with zero expectations. And if you've forgotten how to enjoy each other's company, don't wait for a special occasion. Make joy the occasion. Now, here's action step number 2. Choose a recurring, weekly, no agenda date. 1 hour, no serious talk, just laughter, food, and presence. And on to point 3. But first, you've heard me talk about it, and now I am getting feedback from men who are going through the 7-day marriage reset, and they are seeing change in their marriage. So I want you to go right now, and it's free to you. Go sign up for the 7-day marriage reset challenge. You can find it at mensaveyourmarriage.com/reset. Go do it today. mensaveyourmarriage.com/reset. All right, point 3. You set the tone in your home. You set that tone. Let me be very, very clear here. Your wife is not the thermostat. You are. She's the thermometer. She reflects the atmosphere. You set it. If you walk into your house uptight, irritable, distracted, or emotionally closed, don't be surprised when that's what you get back from her. But when you bring warmth, play, lightness, something shifts, something changes. Even if she doesn't laugh right away, even if she rolls her eyes, even if she meets your smile with suspicion, it doesn't matter. Keep going. Now, this isn't about pretending everything's fine. It's about choosing joy in the middle of the storm. When she sees that you can carry weight without becoming bitter, that you can lead without becoming cold, or that you can joke without escaping, something begins to move. Now, fun is not immaturity. Fun is mature leadership under pressure. It shows resilience. It shows confidence. It shows that even when everything is on the line, you haven't forgotten how to live. And don't miss this. When you bring joy, you become attractive again. Not just physically, but emotionally and relationally and spiritually. Because joy signals life. and women want to attach to life, not lectures. Now, your last action step number 3, ask yourself this: what energy do I bring into the room? And then spend the next week intentionally entering each room with warmth, humor, or playfulness. You will be amazed at how much the atmosphere changes when you change first. All right, gentlemen, let's begin to wrap up this episode so you can get on into your day. I want you to listen closely. You don't just fix your marriage through deep talks and emotional breakthroughs. You rebuild it in the smallest moments with a laugh that cuts the tension, with a wink that reminds her of who you were, with a ridiculous joke that makes no sense but it brings a smile to her face somehow, with a dance in the kitchen, with joy. It's all done with joy. You want her to relax around you? Give her a reason to. Let her heart exhale. Fun says, you're safe with me. Joy says, we're still us. Laughter says, there's still life in this marriage. And that, my brother, is how you bring her back. All right, don't wait for the perfect time. Don't wait for her to warm up. Don't wait for the stars to align. Right now, even before you finish this episode, go do something that makes her laugh. Text her an inside joke. Walk into the room and do a ridiculous impression of your dog. Pull her into a spin in the kitchen and sing off key. Leave a goofy sticky note on the mirror. These are just examples of something you can do right now while you're listening to this. Whether she's in the room or in the house with you or not, you can do something to get her to smile. So let's get started. I want you to be a builder of joy. And if this episode hits home for you, if you know you've been too serious for too long, here's 3 things I want you to do right now. Subscribe so you don't miss the next episode. Leave a review because it helps other men find this message. And then share this with a guy in your life who's forgotten how to enjoy his own wife. That's your mission today. And as a final thought, your wife doesn't need you to fix everything tonight. But she does need a reason to smile when you walk into the room. She needs to remember why she chose you in the first place. Not because you were perfect, but because you made life feel a little lighter. Bring that man back. And don't wait for someday. Do it today. Gentlemen, I thank you. I look forward to talking to you and hearing your feedback from this episode. And I will talk to you in the next episode. In the meantime, this is Terry. This is the Men Save Your Marriage podcast. You have a great day.